today's show. We are honored to have Coach Oates in the house.
Yes.
And, he's one of those guys that when you meet him, you feel like you've known him forever. And I love his positive attitude. It's not me, it's we. I love the fact of the respect that he gives and he has earned.
Yes.
Coach Oates, I understand what you were saying a while ago, but in reality, heart to heart, you're a good guy, and a guy that can come in and change some things and make things positive. To me, you're a bell ringer.
Yeah,
So we thank you
Well, thank
for being a part of our lives, and thank you for being a part of the kids' lives, and thanks for having a heart for these kids.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't take credit for that. That goes back to my parents
Your upbringing
and the good Lord.
yes, sir. Amen.
Everybody's given different gifts, and I think the Lord blessed me with the gift to get along with people and
Sure.
help people relax. But I told you guys before the show, I had a tremendous childhood, and God blessed me with great parents.
Yeah.
So
God's good that way.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I don't know if you're hearing out there, but Coach Oates, he's as humble as they come.
Yep.
So we're sitting there heaping good things on him, and he's like, "Stop talking about me. We got the kids to worry about."
Hey, so we've got homecoming Friday
Yes,
night. Let's talk about how big
homecoming.
is homecoming football game at home in Leesburg.
Whew.
well, I'm going to let Rashawn answer that because he probably has a better idea than me. Because as a coach, when homecoming is over, I go home. So I'll let him
Rashawn,
answer
how do
that.
you feel about being part of the football team and homecoming here this weekend, this Friday night?
It feel big because we're playing a good team, and you're never supposed to lose on homecoming night.
Yeah, you
Never.
can't,
So
can't let
you
that
know,
happen.
That gives us a chip on our shoulder, like to come out here and let's go, give it all, because it's homecoming. Everybody wants to go home, happy after a homecoming game.
Two
So,
weeks
Yeah.
ago, 2 weeks ago, you guys doubled the score on your opposing team.
Mm.
Give me a piece of your thoughts about that ball game as it played out. You were at the first half, and then the last half it just came alive. Tell us you were on the field. Tell us your feelings.
during that time, I was just taking it like as a regular game, one play at a time, just
Sure.
playing smart. But it felt good at the end of the game. I wasn't kind of surprised that we did that because I know we have it in us. But some games you give different effort than you would in
That
other
was
games.
basketball scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
but
basketball
it
score.
felt good because you just knowing that you're a part of something that happened like that makes you.
You
feel
didn't go
good
home
about
and go
yourself.
right to sleep, did you?
Oh no, no.
The best part about that is, that was coming off of
The
the
bad
loss,
loss.
and
A
just
bad
to turn around
loss,
and put
yeah.
71 points on the board, that's huge for you guys moving forward.
It's like
Yeah,
we
that
took
was
our
major.
we took our licking and we took our wounds and we learned what we did wrong and we're not going to do that again. That's what that was.
But that goes back to coach just saying, the kids, just playing through the whole game, playing to the whistle, all
Absolutely.
4 quarters.
Don't give up. Just keep going. That heartbeat is beating.
That's right. And like I said, we admire that. I mean, we contribute to our community as much as we possibly can. I know I could do more, but I live so far away. It's
Oh,
hard.
yes,
But I'm just proud of all you guys.
Thank you.
And I try to tell you guys that as much as possible. One thing I learned growing up is that you got to be lifted up constantly. You're not constantly, but you need to be lifted up at some point. Somebody needs to tell you you're doing a good job. If you're doing a good job, and
Okay.
when you're doing right, you're doing the right thing. It's just confirmation of what you're doing.
Mhm.
And you guys have, like I said, and I know to talk about it because I've been through situations like this and come out of adversity, so I see the no players on the JV team last year to a big team. Now the fact that, coach, I want to ask you a quick question. The fact that you're having a successful season so far, depending on how it turns out, this is as successful as
It's already better than
this
last
is
year.
already better than last year. What does that? How does that play on future kids wanting to come play for this program?
One of the first things that I told the guys when I got the job was that if we go out in the spring and win,
Mhm.
play well, and we do the same thing during the season, guys that should be playing will start playing. You know, people are fickle.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be with a winner. No one wants to be with a perceived loser. And
Right.
I didn't make any promises. The only promise that I made to the guys, I said, I don't know how many games we will win, but we will win more than two. I did make that promise, and
And you kept that one.
the
Yep.
most wins that my seniors have had was their freshman year. They had 4 wins, so we've tied that.
Okay.
We want to keep improving,
Hmm.
and it's just a matter of it's like business. You can take out all the ads that you want, but your work speaks for you.
Yeah.
In a Christian sense, let your light shine.
Right.
So if these guys do what they're supposed to do, and they carry themselves the way they're supposed to carry them, other kids are going to want to be a part of that. So they're our biggest advertisement, with the things they do.
Absolutely.
And so that's how we look at that.
Yeah. They are definitely an advertisement for that school. If anything can speak to the future that this athletic program has, and that the school in general has, it's his football team right now. We've talked about it a little bit before, me and Mark, and I know me and Jason touched on it. The intelligence that some of these kids have, the football knowledge. I mean, Isaiah Birdie, he floored me. Just the knowledge that he had. And
David Robinson.
David Robinson. Yeah, it's good to see kids like that studying the craft,
Right.
trying to get themselves better, and to hear Rashawn speak the same language, and what do you see out of coach, and what do you see on the field, and what's your goals, and he knows what he wants. It just makes it easier for these kids to follow behind these older kids and to get better.
Right. And one
So-
thing that I don't want to get lost in all of this, these kids, they're from good homes. They have tremendous parents.
Mhm.
Some of the parents I know better than others. Like I'm familiar with Rashawn's mom. I've
Okay.
gotten to know Jesse's parents this year. But as I said, I coached his brother years ago, so I'm familiar with the family, and that goes a long way because as a coach, you only have these kids 2 hours a day,
Yeah.
and I don't care how much wisdom that you're trying to breathe into their lives. Whether they have good parents or bad parents, they still love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even if it's a bad parent, whatever that parent is telling them at home, that's their parent. They
Yeah.
love their parent. They're
Yeah.
gonna listen. So
Absolutely.
it can be an uphill battle, but we've been blessed for the most part. As I said, our kids are coming from good homes, and so that makes my job easier.
A lot easier.
What
yeah.
I try to do is just piggyback off what their parents are already teaching them.
Mhm.
Football is a very small part of what we do. My focus is on where Rashawn is going to be in 10 years, 15 years. Then I'll know if what we were doing here today was worth it.
Right.
Because 10, 15 years from now, nobody's going to remember how many games we won in 2017, but they'll know what kind of man, what kind of father, what kind of husband he is.
Right.
Well
absolutely.
said, Coach.
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
said.
Yeah, their lives in the future will be a testament of how they were raised and the adults they had around them. But like I said, it can't be done without them. I mean, they have to,
Have to
take
want it.
that lesson. They have to take those gifts and take all them teachings that you've instilled and their parents have instilled, and they have to utilize that in their lives. So, but I seem hopeful. I don't know about you, James. What about you? I mean, but these kids are going to be really good, in the future coming. So a lot of them are, they just want to be adults. They want to play football and have fun, and they don't want to cause any knucklehead nonsense. And they just got their stuff together, and it's a great thing to see. What about you, James? What do you think?
I have to agree. Coach. Coach don't want to hear this, I know, but every student that he's brought here,
Yes.
have you noticed the manners?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Tremendous.
Absolutely.
Every question answer was yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. No, sir. And I appreciate that.
Well,
and he's right. It starts at home.
It starts at home. Absolutely.
And he just continues it at school, and so it's not one way at home and one way at school.
Right.
But at the same time, they're learning respect because he respects them.
Yes.
Respect is earned. Respect is given when it's earned, and it's to me that makes you gentlemen, and I mean that seriously. You gentlemen you go farther in the world when you have respect.
Yeah.
And I think one of the problems in the world today, the reason we have the problems we have is because there's a lack of respect for ourselves, so we don't give anybody else any. And I thank the coach for continuing that. Even though, like he said, it starts at home, but even at school, he continues that. And so, to me, that's what makes somebody true. That's what makes somebody's heart real. That's, the
Well,
value.
it makes it last. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes the next kids that come in the program, they're gonna want that same feeling, and they
And
see
you're right.
positivity.
The
coming
younger
into the
kids
program.
are seeing how they're treating, how they're
Absolutely.
acting, and how they respect.
Oh, they're seeing
And
the
it's-
success.
Absolutely.
So I mean that everybody wants to succeed and stuff like that, and they want to be a part of
It's about
a
a
winning
team.
Absolutely.
About a team.
It's that one. That's our motto at Bill Bryan: one team, one goal. We all have the same goal, so we all work as a team because we all want to win.
There's no I in
So
team.
that's right. I want to win. No, I'm just
We want
hey,
the Yellow Jackets to win Friday night is what we want.
if you don't mind, I want to grab Mr. Jesse. If you want to get on the mic for a second, switch out real quick. Just ask you a couple more questions because see how you're doing. I know you're over there getting a little bored. So how you like the guard position?
I like it.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
Is it like your sit? Do you play defense at all?
Yes, sir.
All right, what position you play in defense?
D tackle and DN.
Do you?
Yes,
You like offense better, offensive line?
It's in the middle.
Well, the Giants are looking for a really good offensive lineman right now, so give it a couple years. They're looking bad. So anyway,
So you playing guard, right?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Coach, have you pulling on a lot of plays? You got a lot of assignments in that position.
Yes, sir.
How are you liking that? I mean, protecting a guy like Wyatt, working alongside somebody like Dallas. I mean, I know I had an opportunity to speak with Dallas when he was in, and the
Yeah.
kid seems just like a great kid. What's it like playing alongside him?
It's fun.
Do you guys get together after school? Like, does the offensive line kind of, hey, let's go hang out, maybe talk some football, talk some routes or whatever we're gonna run. Your positions, things like that. Nothing like that.
They go talk wings.
They gonna talk wings.
Hey, that's it.
That's what they do.
I can eat
But-
more wings than you can.
But most importantly, with a group like you guys on the offensive line, you guys
Yeah.
pick each other up. You guys help each other out. You guys great communication. Sometimes that's very important too.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are not only just putting each other down, or maybe there's. I know sometimes it gets frustrating, and you guys.
Yes.
I don't think you guys get the respect you guys deserve.
No,
Without that, I
Not
played
at all.
running back when I played in high school, and my line was everything.
Yeah.
Without them, I wasn't gonna have 1,000 yards that season. Without them, we were nothing. So I think you guys deserve a lot of credit, both on offense and on defense.
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt's not getting 612 yards without you guys standing up.
Yes.
I mean, you stopped a lot of blitzes. You were able to give Wyatt his time. I mean, it's great that Wyatt has legs, but you can only rely on those legs so much. I mean, proof is in the pudding with the running back from South Lake yesterday. You can only rely on legs so much. You need the team, and you guys definitely stand up. And I love it. I don't know about you, but it's exciting to see that whole team watch.
Oh.
But in the end, it starts on offense. Offense gets the team rolling. If the offense don't get, that's when the defense comes in and starts getting things on fire. And last week, you guys, I think the entire team came together as a whole. I didn't see really many mistakes. A couple little plays here and there, little penalties, but nothing serious. That was probably the first time, and maybe I'm wrong, Coach, but that's the first time in these 7 games, that all the cylinders were firing. Everything
Yeah,
was hitting.
I thought we played a pretty good game. There's still things that need to be cleaned up,
Absolutely.
but it's like I was telling, Frank Jolly from the commercial. He mentioned the weather. We never talked about the weather.
Mhm.
The kids didn't mention it. The coaches didn't mention it. They just went out and handled their business, and it's been a fun journey watching these clowns grow up. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the 6 game and the last practice that we were able to go to, we've seen them grow up before our eyes. I mean, it's just a matter of a few weeks. So the amount of evolving that you guys have done as football players have been, it speaks volumes to the entire coaching staff.
Sure.
So, and to your parents and just to your heart.
Jesse, what's your plans after school? This is your senior year, right? Now
ju-
what?
No, I thought you were junior. You're senior?
He's
Senior.
Oh, okay. I thought it was junior.
Now what? When school's done, what do you going to move forward with football?
If I get a scholarship, yes, sir.
If you can get a scholarship, good.
Hey, man, there's a lot of pros and walk-ons, man. Just got to work hard at it.
That's it.
So,
Just-
walk
just
on and get you.
Put your heart in it
Yes, sir.
completely.
That's right.
Yes,
Don't,
sir.
don't give up. Don't wait for a scholarship. Get that money. That's funny. So anyway, we're proud of you. We will be there 7 o'clock, Gainesville in Leesburg. We got the pep rally tomorrow.
Tonight is the
Tonight.
parade.
Tonight.
Then there's
Parade
one
and prep
Probably the other
rally.
night.
And then the
Friday
parade.
at school.
Right. Okay, and then they have the game, 7 o'clock against Gainesville. This is a big game. Leesburg, come out, support your Leesburg Yellow
Absolutely.
Jackets. The things that are going on with Coach Oates and this football team is beyond words. You have to see it for yourself. These
Absolutely.
kids don't play football unless you come to the game and you buy a ticket and you buy some nachos.
And you buy a
And
Leesburg Yellow
Buy
Jacket T-shirt.
Leesburg Yellow Jacket shirt. Everything you do, you donate to these athletic programs.
Yes.
And you be able to see these kids grow like we've seen them grow. And if it doesn't touch your heart, you have no heart.
There you go.
And that's a joke, but not really. So,
Yeah.
And
Coach-
Coach, and I'm sorry, and
good.
Coach, one question I wanted to ask too with this whole homecoming coming up. One thing I noticed as far as, and you may not be the kind of guy that's interested in this, but I noticed you guys went all black one game this season. You guys gonna change it up as far as what you wear this week, or?
We kind of leave that up to Coach Freeze.
do you do that every home game or no?
We've had
Black
success in the black and orange, so we've kind of been rocking that.
Okay.
Oh, and actually, speaking of which, shout out to you guys for wearing pink. That's great. This
Yeah.
month, bringing up the awareness.
Breast Cancer Month.
Yeah, we noticed that not all the teams did that, but you guys have been doing it every week this month. So
That's awesome.
Good job, Coach.
All right, folks,
Thank
that's
you,
going
guys.
to wrap up another Coach's pregame show right here on the Q. Don't forget, go to your downtown Leesburg tonight, 6 o'clock for the parade, 7 o'clock for the pep rally. Thank you to all the great local businesses that are a part of this with us. And thank you, Lakefront TV, for making the Q and Leesburg High School part of your community. We'll see you Friday night.